Welcome to the Safe Wheel live stream where I share my P&L on 3 accounts and teach my proprietary Safe Wheel options trade for free. Currently, the system year to date is at break even. Now, please type in the chat that you can hear me okay, and I'm going to assume that you can. And make sure to post any questions you have right now before we get to the end of the broadcast. I don't like to miss questions. I like to answer all questions. So I want to make sure my audio is working. Last time it wasn't working well, so I want to make sure I get the okay from you guys. If not, I'm going to have to switch microphones real quick. So can you guys hear me? Sounds good. Okay, good. Thanks. All right, so we're on. So the first thing, let's see here. Let's go over the earnings edge. What happened with the earnings edge last week? Last week I traded Microsoft. You can see it here at the top of the list. Came out really well. It made $2,781. So this system's designed to give you those big wins and smaller losses. So we hit a big win there. Some of my students didn't quite hit as big of a win as I did on this particular one. Most of the times my students actually do better than I did, but this particular time I think I did better than they did. But they all, whoever got into this trade did quite well. Now, as far as overall, I'm going to talk about the earnings edge. My overall record is 29, 16, and 6. Now, since I started doing something different with it, since I kind of tweaked it my last tweak, the record is 8, 8, and 3. So 8 wins, 8 losses, and 3 ties. So it's about a 50-50. And since January of 2022, since I started trading this, the account is up 73.4%. You can see here, I started with $5,000. It's up 73%. Now my largest drawdown was 46%. So you're going to see some volatility in this account. So peak to trough drawdown, 46%. Now in that same time period, the S&P is down 12% and had a drawdown as large as 27% during that time period. And my average loss for this trade is $421, and the average win is $1,123. Okay, let's get into the Premier. Make sure if you have any questions about this, there's a link in the description. Oh, on this earnings edge also, I'm making an announcement that I do have the actual course available for the first time. And there's a link in the description because when I say I'm up 73.4%, that does not include fees. And so I want to be able to give you the course so you don't have to worry about the fees and you can get possibly the same type of returns. Now, I only trade this once a week. So if you have the course, you can trade, as many trades as you want. You can create way more occurrences with the course. And there's a link in the description for that. Okay, let's get to the Premier Level 5. Okay, with the Premier Level 5, my record is 17 wins, 3 losses, and 5 break-evens. Currently, I have 4 open positions. Now, since the inception of this trade, which is 4/8/22, that's when I opened up and first started trading this. The PL5 is up 18.2% with only about a 5% maximum drawdown, peak to trough. The S&P in that same time frame is down 6.8%, and it had a 22% drawdown. So you can kind of pick, if you want to get with the earnings edge, you want to take a lot of risk and possibly see good returns, or do you want to get solid returns with low drawdowns? That's a Premier Level 5. Okay. Now, and of course, there's a link in the description for the Premier Level 5, and I have an alert system where you won't get all of the details, but I also have a mastermind that's coming out in July where I will give you every detail you need to trade this on your own. And there's a link in the description. All right, let's get to the safe wheel. We've been trading Uber. Now with the safe wheel since January 2022, the safe wheel is up 22.4% with a maximum drawdown of only 4.8%, as opposed to the S&P being down 12% currently from January 2022. The S&P is down 12%. Safe wheel is up 22, and the maximum drawdown of the S&P was 27% over that time frame, where the safe wheel has only been down about 4.8%. So risk-adjusted returns, it's just not even close. The safe wheel is outperforming. Now, I'm not saying it's going to outperform every year. This one's a little more conservative, but when I started it in January 2022, this thing's vastly outperformed the S&P. Now, as far as what do we do next here? So last week, I'm trading Uber, and the first thing I want to do is take a look at my put hedge, and I want to make sure that it's within 70% of the actual price. So 32.3 times 0.7 is 22.5. So my put hedge strike is above 22.5, so it's in a good position there. Next is it 100 days or under? No, it is not. So my put hedge is intact and it's doing well. It's right where I want it to be. So I know that's good. So let's talk about the actual wheel strategy now that the hedge is in place. So the hedge is good. Now let's go back. Let's see. So last week, what I do, I think I sold the 3150 put. No, I'm sorry. I own 200 shares. So I sold a 3150 call. I actually sold a call and I did not get assigned. And you can see that Uber's up really well today, up $1.24. And as of Friday, I did not get assigned. I would have got assigned today, of course, if it was up at this level on Friday, but it bumped up this morning. It looks like it's got earnings tomorrow morning. So it's interesting how earnings are coming tomorrow, but it's going up significantly today. Maybe somebody knows something we don't know. But did not get assigned. So I'm still holding these 200 shares. So I'm holding the 200 shares. I got one batch of shares at $31.50 and the other batch of shares at $34. So I want to sell covered calls against these 200 shares. So I'm going to first look at the $34 level and see if I can sell anything against it in the near term, right? So things that are expiring this week. That's the near term that I want to go. So I'm in the calls, $34. Oh yeah, so since we're coming into earnings, I can get really good premium here. So I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna sell something. This is kind of subjective here, really, to be honest with you. I mean, I can get more than 34 cents at the $34 level. And if I get assigned at $34, I'll make pretty good money. So I've got 200 shares. I might just take this 75 cents times 2 and hope I get assigned. And well, I'd actually break even on one batch, but on the other batch, I'd make, a few $100, which would be nice. Maybe I'll go to the 35s. It's an interesting, subjective, good scenario to be in. I'm sure Will here is going to tell me what he's going to do. Let's see. This is interesting here. So, you know what? I'm going to go to $34.50. That way, if I do get assigned, I make another 50 cents on the shares from original $34. Plus the $31.50, obviously, I'd make some money. Or if I don't get assigned and Uber goes down, I collected some money. So I'm going to sell this one. Now, normally I would sell one, but the fact is I own 200 shares, so I'm going to sell 2. I want to get as much as possible. Maybe I'll get 61 cents. $60. Okay, so I just collected 120 bucks right there, which is nice. Now I have this put hedge that I want to protect. So I'm going to buy a long call, even though they're super expensive today. They're still going to come down into this level. I know some people like to pay a little bit more at this point for their hedge, but I'm going to go right into here into the 40. And I'm only going to get one of these. I'm not going to buy two. So it looks like I can get $6 for it. Okay, so that'll semi-protect my hedge. Not as good as normal, but I want to stick as much to the rules as I can. So this is nice coming into earnings tomorrow morning. Nice juicy premium today. And hopefully I get assigned. If I do, I'll be up on Uber. Actually, for the year, I'm at break even. So doing fairly well, doing okay. But, you know, like I said before, overall performance is doing really well. I mean, that's like a 34% outperforming the S&P by 34% with this system since I started it. Okay, let's get into some questions here and comments. Make sure I don't miss anything. Shovel says, just FYI, did 1.35% in April and up 8% this year, mostly to the PL5. I appreciate that, Shovel. I appreciate that you're sharing that with everyone, letting everyone know it's not just me that's making money, that my students are also making money. Good on sound today, good. Hopefully there hasn't been any other sound issues. It looks like everything's going well. Uber position looks really good today, and the premium's high. Earnings tomorrow morning. Yep. Yeah, this is nice. I liked what we collected here, or what I collected here. I don't think you've been in this spot before where there's enough premium for both sets of stocks that we have. No, I have not. Yeah, and you're going to wonder what I'm going to do. So you saw what I did there. I took the premium as far out of the money as I could, but I took pretty juicy premium, hoping to get assigned. Francois. Hello. I want to buy the PMTT course. Which referral link do you have? Do you still give access to a course of yours if we use your referral? So I had a special before with the PMTT course. I no longer have a special, but I do have a link for the PMTT course. What you can do is in the video, this particular video or any video, just ask me in the comments section, or you can email me and I'll send you a link to that course. I'd appreciate you using my affiliate link. You're going to pay the same price either way. Will you still be doing the earnings edge alerts? Yes, so I am going to continue with the alerts. There's still people in the alerts. And even though I have a course, I'm going to continue with the alerts because I need to trade it anyways to show the account. So might as well do the alerts since I'm doing that. Does anyone buying the Earnings Edge Alerts course get the alerts? No, just the course. So it's two separate things. I haven't combined them in any way. And well, I'd like to sell the 3150 and 3450. Always worried about the downside. Yeah, that would be the more conservative play. And that's not a bad idea at all. What the heck? What is that 3150 worth? It's probably pretty juicy. Yeah. 180 bucks. It's not a bad idea. Take the money in the hand. Not a bad idea at all. Okay, I don't see any more comments for today. Let's see. And as you can see, all my systems are doing quite well. Don't forget that earnings edge. Yeah, it's up 73%, but it had a 46% drawdown. So, you know, you're going to see take the good with the bad on that one. But then when you get with the Premier Level 5 and you get more conservative, you're going to be outperforming by 22% with only a 5% drawdown. So that's really the key. Once you get more money, I want to get more conservative. And so that's what I recommend. So when you have a little bit of money, well, I call it a little bit of money under 30,000. Now that might be different for a lot of people, but that's the way I look at it. You want to take some risk to get it up to that $30,000 level. And it's okay to take risk. And I'm not saying the earnings edge is the only way you can take risk and grow a $5,000 account. There's a lot of ways to do it. It's just with the earnings edge, if the market crashes while you're in the earnings edge, you're going to double or triple your money. So, that's a great way to go. So just looking at all those, there's a link in the description for everything that I'm describing. And I have another comment here with Horatio. Last year gains on the safe wheel, was it mostly due to the hedge or the call assignment with the 200 shares? It was mostly done because of owning the 200 shares and being assigned, and then the stock going higher, similar to what's happening today with Uber. That is where most of the profits are made with the system, and that's where most of the profits were made last year, not because of the put hedge. If the market would crash, that put hedge is really going to pay off though. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make my way out here. I always like to say, if the P&L is not real, what else are they trying to conceal? I'll be back next week.